Welcome to the Brains Banter Podcast. I am ecstatic to have the band partner here. Thank you so much for being here. I was mentioning when I caught you earlier to befriend you that I just adore your music. So amazing rock music, really energetic and just such talent. I'm amazed by you both. So I was actually, just so we can jump right in, again, I do the intro earlier on. Do you mind just starting by talking about your background, where you're from, how you got into music?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm from Goose Bay, Labrador, and I got into music really through like punk rock, going to punk shows when I was grade like 7 or 8. And yeah, I have like a musical type of family, so I've jammed with them a lot and stuff when I was growing up too. But yeah, the real obsession definitely started for me from punk rock.
Fun. So much to talk about. Beautiful. What about you, Josée?
The obsession for me was Jimi Hendrix solos, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, I grew up listening to those. My parents, like sort of 60s generation, and that's music. So similar for you?
Yeah, for sure. And my dad is a guitar player and just had it around the house, and he was just really encouraging when I said I wanted to learn, and he gave me a bunch of riffs to learn. He said, "This is Smoke on the Water. This is Iron Man."
Yeah.
And on and on. And he's like, "This is Purple Haze."
Cool dad.
Yeah, so
oh, that's amazing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to be introduced to it. That's what my dad played the guitar kind of. So I just was going to mention, Josée, you have the same birthday as my dad, which is beautiful.
No
and
way.
Yeah, I love that. It was so sad thing. He passed away about a year ago. But he is like the most amazing man and like hilarious, and I loved the guitar and loved rock music. So yeah, just it meant something when I think I saw it on Instagram.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Really special. But so thank you. That connection feels really nice. And also, do you guys have a connection to Winnipeg? I don't know why, but I think I was stalking you on Instagram and and saw like a Winnipeg connection somehow.
Oh, well, I mean, we've played there before, and we have like friends that live there and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Where did you play?
Where did we play? I'm always so bad at remembering what the venues are called.
Well, the festival was the Big Fun.
Oh, nice. Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So they flew us out in the winter, and they were lovely. We had a great time, and then we played in Gimli.
My friends there. No way.
Yeah. We had a great time.
that was a really good time.
Nice. It was a while ago now, but we would definitely go back.
Nice. Yeah, I love Gimli. I have a lot of friends there. I don't know if you would have, but they're musicians too, like a Kieran McCaffrey, or a bunch of names that you might recognize. But yeah, we should chat after, because it's beautiful out there. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite place? So when you're on tour, have you had a favorite place you've encountered so far?
I want to say Yellowknife is my favorite place to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How come?
Well, we've been there a couple times. We were lucky enough to get to spend like a few weeks or over a month there actually last time.
Oh, nice.
And we've worked with, they have a group called the Rainbow Coalition that works with the queer youth, and
nice.
They're all our good buddies now. And we've done a couple camps with them, and also just anyway, we've gotten to spend a lot of time out there. It's a great vibe. Everyone's super cool. They all know how to have a good time. Pretty gay.
That's good. We want that. Yeah, that's wonderful. I love that. Very gay. Yeah, that's amazing. So when you say camps, like music camps or?
Yeah, like I think it was called the Rainbow Coalition Youth Social Justice and Performing Arts Camp.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
And so it was like us and the youth, writing songs and kind of just talking about stuff and doing different activities. And
we perform a set at the festival, like the Folk on the Rocks is the festival. And then you like, at the end, we perform all your songs and it's super fun.
The songs are great too.
Yeah.
Cool. Some great tunes.
Fun. Yeah, I wish I would have loved an opportunity like that. I talked to the students. I do a lot of work on like the neuroscience of music, and like connection, and work with some cool people who do work in like festival work. So a friend of mine, he originally wanted to get into sort of like mental health care and how we can like best serve humanity, and then ended up realizing through research that just having like big, huge music concerts where people are like experiencing the same vibrations at the same time.
All together,
just that beautiful effects. Yeah, there's this. I love it.
I love it too.
Isn't it cool, right? I know, obsessed with. I have like a million books on it. There's this guy Bo Lotto, who does work on like the neuroscience of awe as well, and so he like hooked people's brains up to EEGs, and then also had like a series of questions while they watched Cirque du Soleil, and then like it showed after that like the like default mode network kind of shut down, and then people just like entered into this experience together, and so it showed after that people were like kinder and more open to different things and to uncertainty after. But again, just like your actual like brain chemistry changing just from like the music and vibration and interconnection. So anyway, I love what you do. It must be, do you find when you're playing at concerts, like do you have kind of like a transcendent out of body kind of experience at all?
Oh yeah, I mean when everything sounds good, for sure.
There's like not every moment like is like even close to that, but it does totally happen. But like I think that it's like the more that you're able to just like relax and like just let it all happen, like that's when it can really be just like exceed your expectations. And
it's magical for sure.
Magical, absolutely. So
I bet. And then also stressful probably though. I get really nervous with any form of public speaking and playing the piano. My hands get like really sweaty. Do you find it like anxiety ridden sometimes too, or not as much?
I feel like I've only ever had stage fright like once or twice, but
oh wow, nice.
I think like since we haven't been playing live as much, I feel like I've had more stage fright the last few times that we've played. Like our last show in Toronto, we were kind of like squirreled away in the green room. And then when we came out to the stage and saw everyone that was there, like, definitely. I had a stage fright moment for a second.
Yeah.
I think once you just get going, it kind of like, it melts away, you know?
So true. Yeah. What about you, Josée? Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. Same thing for sure. But I mean, like, I think, like I want to say I don't really get stage fright. Like I might get like stressed for other reasons.
Yeah. Like
if things like sound, if they're not sounding good or whatever, that would be more stressful to me than like just like being
absolutely
in front of the crowd. That part is like, it's so interesting. It's the most interesting part. It's like, so I always feel like I weirdly at ease because it's like ridiculous. And it's like, it's so cool that like we've decided that this is what we're doing. Like we're on the stage and like it's just, I love that.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
Doesn't freak me out.
Good. Yeah, you're doing what you love. And that's good. Yeah, that's makes me think of with teaching actually. Like I'm naturally get quite like anxiety ridden, but when I'm teaching, like all of a sudden it's like someone's just given me a bunch of MDMA or something, and then I'm just like focused and like, exactly. Everything is perfect. But I could go from like just feeling like a total pile of shit before class. And it's just wanting to crawl into a hole and die. And then you get there and then suddenly the endorphins and it's just transformative in a cool way for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, except for I don't get to make music. I just yak about poetry and stuff. But
you said you're learning piano again though.
Yes, exactly.
You're getting back into it, yeah.
I am. Do you know the song Androgynous by The Replacements?
Yeah, I know that
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, I'm just trying to learn that on the piano right now. It's one of my favorites, but I'll send it to you
awesome.
after if you
We
want to.
could use that as a reference, Josée, for our new piano song.
Oh,
Ooh.
awesome.
Side note.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Good. Okay, wonderful. Actually, I was going to ask you both about like, do you write at the same time, or do you go like separately and then try to smush it together? How do you go about it?
Like we've done it all, but I think like our usual most common way is like, well, it started out we would just be smoking weed at our old house and then talk about something and then make a song spontaneous. And then in between, after we started to like take the band seriously, then we started doing this thing where we would like each write verses or like, you know, stuff like that. But then in the last like 2 or 3 years, we've developed this like very rigorous system of songwriting. And now like it's not even the same, it's like a different process almost, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
So now we definitely like, it's like not only do we write everything together, but then we like go over it like 100 million times and like change everything until we find it perfect together.
Nice. How long does that take then? Like if you're writing one song?
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's also similar to like writing like an article or something.
Because like you really need you need those different days where you're bringing just different eyes to on things, you know. So and working together too. It's just like it's so cool.
But do you find that you write like also like you sit down, it's a process, but sometimes is it just you have like a notebook and like you have ideas and thoughts, or like how do you come up with like the concept for it? Yeah.
Well, often like sometimes we come up with concepts and we'll just write it down and then come back to it later, or like we'll just keep talking about something again and again and then we kind of end up making a song out of it because it's come up a lot of times. And like I think when we started writing songs, we had all this stuff. Like we were already in bands together for a few years when we started like actually writing together. And so we had all this stuff that we'd like talked about and we never like didn't know, like there was nowhere to put the like just like beliefs that we had. And then so when we started making songs together, we just turned a bunch of our beliefs and observations into songs. And that was like a backlog of content, like I feel like for a while.
That's so much. Also, I'm just going to pause for 1 second because Bruce is in fact here. Hi, buddy.
All right. Hey, Bruce.
Yeah. Wait It's Bruce.
What a cutie.
Oh, hey, Bruce.
Yeah. He is my best friend in the world. I love him. So you were talking about songs and writing, and it made me want to say I also love. I never talk into the actual mic, which is not useful. So I love how the diversity of your albums, like that they're so different, and I really think that's so interesting. Like after listening to the 2017 album, your first release, In Search of Lost Time. So amazing, every song. And then I started to listen to the newest one, Time is a Car. And just the difference in the styles. Like I love one's kind of like, is it the Boundaries? No Boundaries with like kind of country. And then there's like a piano interlude. What's the piano? Who's playing in the piano interlude?
That is, yes.
Is that so pretty? Yeah.
I'm learning too. I wanted to mention,
nice.
I'll tell you my tips when we play the show.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, there's some things that like have really helped, like just a couple.
Yeah.
YouTube's just full of stuff, but it's hard to find the good stuff. So I'm always trying to tell. Anyway.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll give you tips too. I would love that.
Oh yeah, we exchanged.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's get in touch after. Here's Bruce again. Nice. Do either of you have animals? Do you have cats, dogs, or I guess it's hard when you're touring all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got no pets, but maybe one day.
One day, yeah. Well, for now, because you're going on tour again, like soon. Is it in the spring, or did I make that up?
Yeah, we're kind of like figuring out the dates and times and everything. But we're trying to go on tour in the spring, and in the summer is usually a good time for it.
Nice.
Trying to hit up the festivals and all that. So if anyone's listening wants to pay us to play at their festival, hit us up.
Have you ever been to the Winnipeg Folk Festival?
I don't think so.
I think so.
it's an amazing one. It's not like just folk music. They have a, like great combination, amazing people. Like, Patrick Watson's there. I don't know if you know, like Hey Rosetta.
Nice.
Really great people. So you should check it out at some point, or just go. We should go together. It's amazing. You camp for like 5 days, and it's just a huge festival and so fun. But I also wanted to ask. So when you're on the road, then do you end up writing a lot of songs then, or do you find it's mostly like because you're so drained from the performing, just kind of resting in between, or what's that like?
It's been so long since we've been on the road for like an actual amount of time.
I would say mostly like the most we would get done on the road would be like an idea that like makes us laugh, and that we just sing over and over, and then we would like maybe write it later. But it's really hard to like, I don't think we've ever like intentionally sat down and like written.
We wrote Minions when we were on tour.
That's what I mean. Like, but that was like,
but no, I don't think we ever wrote a whole song on tour.
But I did have my like iPhone and like GarageBand thing going at one time, which maybe I could get back into that. But
so we were talking about tour, and we were talking about writing songs, but I was also just about influences. So some of your musical influences, but also just in your lives as well. So obviously I know your dad's, you have like skits with your dads, which I think is so cool. But influences and personal influences as well.
Yeah, for sure, our dads.
That is a big one.
I think like for like, because I just spent a lot of time learning solos, so my main influence would have been like, Angus Young, Jimi Hendrix, Slash, like those kinds of things. It was like I wasn't playing a lot of rhythm guitar at the time.
Yeah,
so it's mostly solos. And then my dad, again, just really curating like my like what music I would be hearing. So
that's
big
awesome.
Time influence. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What about you, Lucy?
So like musically wise?
Yeah.
So I think like, I used to play a lot of like Celtic type of music with my family.
That's cool.
And punk rock was very like my favorite for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, but like it's been so long, like cycled through like about 100 different genres. But I definitely used to be pretty inspired by like lyrically driven music.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's like kind of like, when you don't know or like have like access to like all of this like recording equipment and stuff, it's like a cool way to make something good that can be like not very like it doesn't necessarily have to be professional to still sound cool, I guess. So that was what used to appeal to me about that kind of stuff. But now I'm kind of more inspired by like, studio music, because that's what we're doing now, is trying to like learn how to make really like polished sounding kind of music, I guess. So I don't know. There's all kinds of things that are inspiring.
Absolutely. I know it all is. I love all types. It's also interesting too. So do you find interesting that lyric driven? Because I find when I listen to a song, I always forget to listen to the lyrics first, which is weird because I love words and all of my work is
I'm the opposite. I always listen to lyrics first.
Yeah, do you? That's interesting. Yeah. What about?
I feel like I'm more like you, where before I met Lucy, like I didn't really like Lucy actually showed me that like how to listen for lyrics. And I found it so interesting how like you might like right off the bat just have that instinct, because for me, like I would listen to the music first and then the lyrics. But like now I just like, since I started noticing, I'm like, it's a whole other world, just like of obviously everybody else knew, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
But
it's so true. It does. It like opens it up completely. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, it's like when you're like reading poetry and then each word is like meaning laden. There's just so much in there that you can find. So yeah, absolutely. And then Kennedy, you were saying too, so you go for the lyrics first.
Yeah. Usually.
Yeah.
If I can relate to it, usually, I don't know, it's if I can relate to the song or something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you too, Lucy, the words. Yeah, it's so key. I would love to try to write. I have trouble. I write fiction poorly as well. But I just find the songwriting process really, really cool. And like almost like, do you find it's almost meditative in the sense that you can't really like focus on anything else, or kind of just have to kind of like zoom in on it?
Well, it's that flow state thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, totally. Yeah, that's so it.
And so you can tell like once you're in it, and then you're like, okay, like that's we're at the end of of that session. We take a break and then like do another, and then just like the work from like each of that like chunk of time where you're totally engaged just like adds up, and then much.
Amazing. I also wanted to ask, so another thing Kennedy has heard this a million times, I'm obsessed with, do you know synesthesia?
Yeah. We were talking about synesthesia today for some reason.
No way.
Because of the questions.
Yeah, exactly. So do either of you have it?
I mean, I don't know. How can you tell?
Okay, so you could be able to like sort of like see music. So like some people can like see music as color or like taste sound. So it's like a mixing of the senses. Yeah. It's really,
I can't taste sound, but I definitely can imagine the idea of like sounds having a color.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Like, do you associate like letters, any letters with colors, like the letter B? Yeah. So that's synesthesia. Totally. So what does the letter J come sort of conjure up for you? What color? Purple? Oh, nice. Purple. That's cool.
Very regal.
Yeah. What about B?
Green.
Green? I love it. What color? And Kennedy.
What about you? What's B for you?
I don't have a color association, but green is my favorite color, so that's interesting. But yeah. Oh, I'm curious. What about L then? Sorry, now I'm going to make you do all of them. Sorry.
L is pink.
Nice. Or do you feel like does pink seem like a color that is associated with yourself in any way?
No,
not at all.
Not at all.
Totally. Awesome. I have a student who has synesthesia, and then what's interesting is, so when he thinks of the smell of vanilla, he thinks of something like round, and then when he thinks of lemon, he thinks of something straight. And then I read this article that if you smell vanilla, you feel larger than you are, but if you smell lemon, you feel skinnier than you are too. But it's like so interesting how just those like senses being because and synesthesia is more common in like artists and musicians and writers, because like it's like this again, like there's this cool video of, why am I forgetting his name now? Oh, it's an amazing drummer. I can send it to you, but like they show what his experience is like playing the drums and how each like sort of if the beat he hits has like a different, and they're fractally too. So like the idea that the universe is a fractal, and anyway, it's very, very cool. And so now I'm interviewing you and just lecturing to you about synesthesia. But
I love fractals and synesthesia.
Me too. I totally.
Such interesting topics.
Yeah, absolutely. Josée,
they could go on and on.
Yes, good. Have you had an experience of Have you had an experience of synesthesia yourself then? Like, do you also have associations like that?
Maybe like, I definitely have associations for sure, but I don't think like to the extent where it would be like, I would like, it wouldn't be so intense. I'd just be like, like I think 3 is red.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. But like nothing like that totally, maybe not the full.
I think 3 is red too, so I think you're right.
Wow, there we go.
Sure.
Kenny, do you have any of that? Do you have any of those like color associations?
I keep thinking the letter A is red.
Okay, nice. That's interesting. I'm trying to, you can like develop if you like read enough poetry or like make enough associations, like metaphorizations, or just practice like using both hands because of like the cross connections and cross wiring. You can actually, I've been trying forever to develop it, but it'd be so useful for music. I also wanted to, so many questions, jump in, Kennedy, if you have a question too. You Angel, I love you. But I guess I was wondering, so what plans for the future? Like what would be, I guess you're already doing your dream, but like, what are your plans just for the next couple of years?
Yeah, well, we're trying to learn everything that we can about like music production and just like get into being the best producers possible and keep making the best songs that we can make.
Yeah.
Right.
Song factory.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it must be hard to just get, do you always have some like saved up, I guess, as well in the back that you keep like coming back to?
Definitely. Like, because like when we get together, if we get together over time, you just get a bunch of like stuff that you can, like a pile of stuff that you can go and like sift through and like put it all together, and definitely like ideas that maybe we wrote down a long time ago, you could pick it up and put it in a new context, and it would be really cool, you know?
Definitely. Do you have a favorite song you've written?
Ever? I'm gonna say for me it's Big Gay Hands for sure.
That's one of my favorites.
No
Costa.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Have you heard that one, Kennedy? So
I was listening to it.
yeah, definitely. I was listening to it earlier.
Doing research.
Yeah, yeah, it's fantastic. I have so many favorites. Ambassador to Ecstasy, though, I think is like one of my favorites of all time. That one I play to my class on a daily basis. But yeah, I really love that one. What was the process of writing that one? Did you write that together too, probably?
Well, that one's funny. It actually was because I was missing a guitar string, and like the riff, like the main riff is just like because I had just the top two guitar strings, and I was like, oh, like this is fun to play. That's fun. And then I was like, just recorded it, and then I was like, and then I was like,
yeah, that's a killer one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that was pretty much all you, Joes, on the
It's riffy. It's riffy, yeah, for sure. And so it was just that missing string that like got the super fun time.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Yeah. And have you found like any challenges too just in the process? And because I know, it's definitely hard work becoming an amazing band, but yeah.
Oh, I think there's challenges for sure. Like sometimes just like if you're tired or lazy, that's a challenge.
Yeah, that is.
But like trying to make enough money to be able to keep doing it is a challenge. Yeah. Like trying to get people to know about it and care. Like actually, I would say like everything is a challenge, but like it's totally. But like, every day there's like something to figure out, but that's part of the fun. And the challenges are like different now than before. So I think that's a good sign. Like,
how are they
like
different?
it used to be like, trying to find a guitar, like a patch chord or something.
That works, like
definitely.
We have more, just like a bit more gear, a bit slightly more stability,
more respect,
and, like, more respect. But we're just on the up and up. We're working hard.
Yeah, that really shows too. And interesting you say too about the like challenges, because it like the more that our brains are challenged, the more they grow too. And so this idea, right. Yeah. So it's actually just the idea that challenge and complexity are good for the brain and necessary. So that makes sense.
Do you think like brushing your teeth with the opposite hand is good?
Yes, totally. Hell yeah, it is. Yes. Do you do that?
I do try, but sometimes it's so hard I give up.
Yes, I should try that. I know.
I have tried it. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I know it feels weird.
Yeah.
I don't like
wrong.
Your teeth feel weird after, like they just got brushed wrong.
Well, you gotta like do a once over with.
Sure.
Anyway,
I'm gonna start doing that.
I'm glad to corroborate that theory.
Yes, definitely. I can confirm with my vast knowledge. But yeah, absolutely. I'm going to start doing that. I already though, like I've gone to class with like toothpaste kind of drooling down my chin and on my shirt. So it's dangerous if I do it with the left hand as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just a sweating mess all the time in class. but so Kennedy, I was saying, so Partner is going to be performing at the festival that I'm having at Bishop's University. It's going to be April 6th. But you should come and join. Yeah, honestly, everyone's so excited. I have the students.
I want to go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're going to come. You're going to come for sure. Yeah. I guess I was wondering about like encounters with fans when you're on tour, because you must meet so many new people. So like positive or negative encounters with fans. Start with that. Actually, we'll start with that.
Like I would say we've had every type of encounter, but overwhelmingly positive.
Good. Yeah.
Like overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah. Like the best people show up.
Yeah.
For
definitely.
sure. It's just like, it's a gathering of like really, really cool, like interesting, nice people usually.
Yeah.
It's actually really incredible. Like some of the people that we've met at our shows are like some of the nicest and coolest people like that we've ever met.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. People are there because they love you. So that makes sense.
It's really lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Any funny encounters?
Well, there's always like, you never know like who else is going to just randomly be there, or like, I don't know, just like there's kind of, you got to embrace the chaos a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And like, they're usually like, even when people like, they usually are always very respectful, even if they like propose something outrageous that you might not be interested in. They're usually very respectful if you decline or whatever.
Yeah, just will you marry me or something, and then they're nice about it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. And I know from stalking you that on Partner TV, you also like checked out some of the nice, some like fun gay bars. Is there a favorite that you had when you were traveling on tour?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The place that we went to, I think it was in Georgia, called the Glory Hole.
Amazing.
Was that where it was? It was
Yeah.
in Georgia. Yeah.
It was in,
That's awesome.
Athens.
Yeah, that was my favorite of the gay bars that we went to.
Aside from the name of it, how come it was your favorite?
Well, I think like because on this particular tour, yeah, we tried to. Our drummer Simone had the idea we should go to a gay bar like every night.
Yeah,
and
good
so
idea.
we did try like, and we went to some really cute, like small, quiet ones. But that one was like very happening, and it was like a student pub that was also a gay bar.
That's
so
nice.
It was like, you know, we the bartender, we went in there in the afternoon for a beer, and she told us that if we came back later she would let us cut the line, so we did.
Nice.
I think that was a big part of why it was really fun, because we didn't have to wait in the line.
That's always good. I'm really impatient. Incredibly impatient. So that would be tough for me. Also nice that there's like a student gay bar. I love that. I think that's really cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't like anything I'd seen before. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And favorite parts about, so we were asking about touring too, but just about like in general, about what you do, like what bring you the like moments of joy, the biggest moments of joy.
Definitely like, I think we both agree that like recapping like the last night's show in the car on the drive to the next city is
one of the
like in the mornings. It's always so funny.
That's awesome. Oh,
and like,
sounds nice.
you know, we like listen to music and like be like, and then like, and then like when you were over there, like this was happening over here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. It makes me think of William Wordsworth, a poet, talks about like emotions recollected in tranquility, and then this idea that like you can only really appreciate a moment in recollection because like when you're in it, like we were talking about, you're fucking in it, and then it's like
we have a song about that. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Right, I'm glad you did. Yes, what is that song called again?
It's called Remember This. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
I'm glad you did.
Overcome.
Yes, I'm so glad you did. Yes, because I was wondering when I listened to that song obsessively. That's exactly what it made me think of with that exact idea. Hell yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I'm glad you interrupt. Yeah, because it is. It's like you have to like invest it with your own sort of like subjective experience after, and when you're in it, you can't appreciate it because again, you're in that like kind of egoless,
almost in problem solving mode too, because there's usually the things about the situation that you have to respond to in the time, and I think that is like part of like the uncertainty and having to respond just takes all you're not like, and then you can't like see what's happening because you have to like be like stop things from
definitely.
Anyway.
No, it's so true. That's what I'm thinking right now about this interview is like I'm like nervous and excited, then after it's over I'm gonna pee my pants with joy and be like, look what happened. So I'll run around with Bruce. We have a game where like I go like this and then he jumps and then like runs in a circle and then I run in a circle and then it's very I do have other friends. It's fun. It's a good time. I know how to have fun. But Kennedy has an adorable dog named Pearl. How is Pearl doing?
She's good. She's at my mom's.
Oh, nice.
She likes my dad way like the most. So she's there most of the time.
Yeah, so cute.
It's actually sad. He came for dinner and he brought her and she was going to stay here and she tried to go with him. And I felt so bad. I was like, sorry, you have to stay with me.
She's your dog originally.
Yeah, she's mine.
She should love you the most.
He didn't even want her. It was a fight to get her and then I just got her and now he took her. So
I get so jealous if Bruce. I would never say I was, but I get incredibly jealous when Bruce likes other people better than me. It's
she makes it so obvious because she pouts. So I'm like, you know what? Just go with him then. That's fine.
See if I can.
If I can, right?
Do you have any like places you've always wanted to perform at?
Ooh.
Well, I'm sure, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing springing to mind right now, but I would be down to play in like pretty much anywhere. like, I think it would be cool to play like pretty much everywhere. I'm sure that like the place that we would have the best time at is like maybe somewhere we've never even heard of or something.
Yeah.
Because I do find that like the more, like, it's fun to play in a big city, but I love playing in small towns because everyone just gets really pumped and comes out and like puts on their dancing shoes and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, probably somewhere we've never heard of.
That makes sense. Josée, is anything come to mind? No worries if not.
I mean, I find that's like what Lucy said. It's you just never really know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
So.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could be at like a really amazing venue in a great city, and that could be shit. And then you're at like a little town.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's hard, like
that you have played.
We have a few, but we said Yellowknife.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
We got to spend like a bit more time there because we've worked with the youth rock camp there. That's and cool. Everything, and we've gone to the festival there a couple times, and it's been super fun both years. So marked it down as our favorite, I think.
Yeah. It's a great spot.
Yeah,
great spot. And yeah, like it's just beautiful out there, like stunning landscapes, and the trees are like cute and short because of less sun. Growing in rock. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Love the nature,
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that is
getting to visit like places like that. It's fun.
Do you find you write better when you're in nature? Like that idea that like nature, when you're around like trees, it releases dopamine, makes you like happier and more focused. Do you find that?
Maybe, because we wrote like our EP in like a week.
No way.
Like we went back and we fiddled with the lyrics more and stuff, but we wrote all the like kind of skeletons of everything in Gabrielle Island in BC. We were at the studio called The Noise Floor. And we did like, that was kind of when our songwriting process like updated when we figured out how to like both like pull stuff together faster, but then also like take longer, like revising it and stuff.
Absolutely.
Because we kind of pulled these songs together and then we like wanted to like make them perfect. But so that was in the woods and that was great. I thought that was really helpful.
It was really helpful.
And
it was.
Like,
for sure.
Yeah, less distractions. And I grew up, my mom and dad built like a log cabin in the bush when they were 22. So I just grew up in the forest and
cool.
It was so nice. Yeah. And I found that when I moved into the city when I was 18, I had like I felt like I had ADHD kind of, and I like just less focus. And then noticed that I'd like go back to the country and then kind of feel centered again. But it is interesting, all like the research on that and how it can like literally make you happier. And then the idea too, that it's like with the climate crisis, people are experiencing more like depression and anxiety. So like the idea of the eco emotions and eco psychology, and we're sort of like suffering along with the earth now, and just showing how like interconnected we are. But I would love to go to. Did you see Northern Lights when you were up there at all?
We did.
We did. Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen them before on home too. I have to brag.
Okay. You have. That's so nice.
Prince George once.
Did you?
Nice.
That's cool. That's like North busy. My brain's shutting down now. Okay, amazing. I would love to see them. That sounds incredible. Okay, so that's one of your favorite places, and then we know where you want to go in the future. What would you say if like someone else wanted to get into what you're doing and to start a band, and what would your advice be?
My advice would be make songs that you want to play.
Yeah.
Like start with the song because, if your gear is shit, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Like if your song is good, that is the foundation that you need to build on. Everything else can come after that. But you don't want to be stuck trotting around a song you don't even like. Yeah. Or you don't want to like, like it's just like you don't want to build on a house on a pile of sand. Like if you're going to have to, like, there's going to probably be things that are really difficult, especially if you try and make it like your job. So like you have to make sure that the core beginning reason that you're doing it in the first place is because you have something that you want to say and you find like joy in the way that of saying it.
Yeah.
And saying that, even though like, even songs that we love, we get sick of playing, of course. But I think like it makes it feel a lot more worthwhile when you actually like you have something that you want to show off to people.
Yeah. Have you had people try to like change your music then? Like, has anyone tried to tell you, oh, do this differently or?
I mean, if they have tried, they're like a mosquito. Like,
Yeah,
you know, they're
exactly.
not like, they exert no influence and we would like barely even like hear
Good.
or listen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's such good advice though. And it would like, I guess if you play it so much too. Have you gotten tired of Play the Field? How is that one? Is that
Oh, no, I'm
Actually,
not sorry yet.
no, good. What was that?
I was just gonna say we didn't really play that one live until recently. We
True,
Oh,
maybe that's
really?
why.
Okay, yeah.
But like I think it's that in the moment at least that you're like kind of in love with what you're making.
Yeah.
And you're like, because that's where like the endless energy that it takes to do this comes from.
Yeah, totally.
And you gotta tap into that or else you're gonna get too tired.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's not to say that we like all of our songs are perfect or we think they're all the best, but like even the ones that like maybe like not a lot of people even like there's something about them that made us want to like have it be a song in the first place. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's amazing. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. So that was amazing advice. I'll also, after I end this off, I don't know if you want to, no pressure at all, but I'd love to talk to both of you more like via email if you want, no pressure. But yeah, Josée, if you want to talk about like playing the piano or if you have questions, Lucy, about anything and can connect all of us. But maybe what I'll do is I'll end it off with one more question. Is there anything that you'd really like to ask Kennedy or that you'd like me to bring up at all, the two of you?
I'm good.
You're good? Everyone's okay. Okay. Then I will make sure there are so many I have still. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, there are too many. Okay. So I just, would love to end it by saying thank you so much for being here with us. You're smart and fun and amazing and incredibly attractive too. Just in love with you and so appreciate this. So just to end off, I guess you gave great advice to people wanting to get into this and talked about what brought you joy. I guess just one last thing in the future then, like if you could see yourselves playing anywhere and sort of, having one big amazing concert, where would it be and who would you want there?
I think it would probably have to be somewhere in the Maritimes, like where we're kind of from, and we have to get everyone from all the different maritime provinces.
Oh, like, that's perfect.
And
and
it would maybe like be in a pub or something.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
That's one other thing I was wondering. I wanted to ask if you feel like your brains are connected because, like, when people spend tons of time together, totally. I love that.
Oh yeah,
it's like a Google Doc. Like it's like that you can both edit.
Yeah, I love that.
Like at times it is.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, just like because we're all like oscillating and moving at the same time. And then if you spend enough time together, you like actually your bodies literally get in sync. So yeah, that's what it seems like just when you play together too. So anyway, you are incredible and thank you for doing this. And I'm going to stop recording now and then I'll also let you go free right away. Yeah, thank you so much.